What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about the spot price of silver falling down into the $20 an ounce range. But it's not just silver that's on a decline. Everything else is crashing with it. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts. You can watch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday's videos right now if you want to, and of course, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. If you refer one friend by the 16th, they're going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral, and if you refer 2 friends by the end of the month, they're going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, Apple, or Google. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Thursday, May 12th, 2022. The current spot price of silver, as I'm filming the video, is $20.98. It's down 58 cents or down 2.69%. Huge red day for the beautiful white metal. This is actually a price that I didn't think I was ever going to see again, and we're going to get back into that. The spot price of gold is $1842.10. It's down $10.60 or down 0.57%. A solid red day for the beautiful yellow metal as well. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 86 to 88 to 1 range. But of course, that's as I'm filming the video at like 10 o'clock in the morning, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. All right, so in today's video, I wanted to talk about a couple of different things. I will be honest, I had a video planned out for the day. I planned it out yesterday. I knew what it was going to be about. I was going to mainly talk about generic silver rounds, and I'll save that for a little bit later in the video. I didn't know the spot price was going to be tanking the way that it was when I woke up this morning, so that's what today's video is going to be about. I wanted to mainly talk about the spot price of silver, a little bit about the spot price of gold, but I wanted to talk about the price, the valuations of everything else as well, because silver's not the only thing that we're seeing in the red. Obviously, gold is in the red as well. The precious metals are down, but guess what? Everything else is down as well. Now, first things first, I wanted to talk very quickly about real estate, and it's for a couple of different reasons. I'm seeing articles about housing supply finally beginning to improve, but I'm also seeing articles talking about the housing bubble 2.0 and that markets are beginning to look like how they did 15 years ago. And if you were around 15 years ago, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But what's interesting about real estate right now is that prices aren't necessarily coming down just yet. However, we're seeing a lot of residential real estate end up back on the market. People right now are trying to sell. People right now are not buying nearly as much as they were a couple months ago or a year ago, and I think a lot of this has to do with the interest rates going up. We're seeing the rate hikes. The Federal Reserve is more than likely going to have to raise rates in larger increments, and that's probably going to be discussed during their next meeting, which is going to be in June. We're going to see another rate hike sometime in June, and it's probably going to be announced that they're no longer going to be doing 25 basis point hikes. At this point, it's probably going to be 50 basis point hikes. That's just my assumption. I think the way inflation is continuing to just brutalize the dollar bill and all of us who are earning dollar bills, I think the Federal Reserve is going to have absolutely no choice but to raise rates even quicker in larger increments. But time will tell. That's something that we're going to have to wait it out and see. But real estate, right now, we're seeing a lot of residential real estate end up back on the market, which means two different things. Right now, people are trying to sell their homes. Maybe they just want to cash out, or maybe they believe that a massive crash is on the horizon. They want to get rid of some properties while they still can. But here's the issue. A lot of these homes that are ending up back on the market are staying on the market longer than anticipated. So we're seeing more sellers right now, and we're seeing less buyers. That's not really the greatest look for real estate at the moment. But moving away from real estate, I also wanted to talk about the digital currencies very, very quick. Because the digital currencies, a year ago, 2 years ago, everybody was talking about how that's the new ultimate inflation hedge. And as we're seeing now, it's pretty much the polar opposite, because digital currencies pretty much trade like tech stocks. I think that's probably how they should be looked at from here on out. I think we should look at them more as like software than anything else, as opposed to currency. But the big five, the main five, or at least to my understanding, the most popular five digital currencies or cryptos, Bitcoin is down almost 2.5%. Ethereum is down almost 7.5%. Doge is down a little over 8.5%. Shib is down over 12.5%. And Cardano is down over 10.25%. And that's just today so far. We can actually look at the two big ones. We can look at Bitcoin, we can look at Ethereum, and we can actually see on the 1 year chart, Bitcoin is actually at a 1 year low. It's down 43.27% in the last year. It's down massively from all-time highs. And Ethereum is down over 50%, 50.11% in the last year. The digital currencies, or the cryptos, trade like tech stocks. They're more of a software stock than anything else, even though they're obviously not a stock. I just wanted to point that out, and I also wanted to remind everybody, if you happen to be on the Webull app, if you refer a friend and they go and enable crypto trading, they're going to give you $5 worth of a crypto of your choice between those five: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Shib, and Cardano. So link in the description. If you're not already on there, get on there, refer a friend if they enable crypto trading. Boom, there you go, $5 worth of a crypto of your choice. In addition to the digital currencies, I wanted to talk about the stock market as well. And that's because something really interesting and potentially alarming, if you are one of the weak hands, that is. We can see that the stock market opened up today. The S&P 500 is down 1.44%. The Dow Jones is down 1.07%. The NASDAQ is down 2.09%. And this is on top of yesterday, where we closed in the red. So we opened up even further down from where we closed yesterday, which is probably not the biggest surprise. Everything is taking a massive hit right now. But the stock market's down. We're seeing red across the board. We're seeing red pretty much everywhere that we look. And I wanted to point something out. We can look at something that goes beyond just what's happening today. I wanted to show everyone what's been going on over the last 6 months. If we look at the S&P 500, we can see that we're down just a hair under 16%. The S&P 500 is down 15.97% in the last 6 months. If we move on over to the Dow Jones, in the last 6 months, we're down 11.82%. We're on a massive decline right now, but we're not technically in a bear market. We are not down 20 or more percent in a short period of time, especially from recent highs. But you want to know what would happen if we take a look at the NASDAQ? You can actually see in the last 6 months, we're down 31.28%. And this is not new news. We learned a couple of weeks ago that we're actually in a NASDAQ bear market. I just wanted to highlight it for this video because it's not something that I've talked about. Point being is that we're seeing absolutely everything get butchered at this point. We're seeing real estate, I would assume, on the brink of getting smacked around. We're seeing the cryptos getting slaughtered. We're seeing the stock market get brutalized. And guess what? The silver and gold are taking a massive hit as well. Now, obviously, I want to get back into the silver and gold, but before we move away from the stock market, I just wanted to give a quick friendly reminder to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2, they bumped it up to 5 until May 16th, so you got 4 days left to capitalize on the opportunity. If you refer one friend to the app by May 16th, they're going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. It's part of their advertising budget, and you can do this 10 times. Refer 10 friends, and they're going to give you 100 free random stocks. 4 days left to capitalize on that opportunity. And of course, if you refer 2 friends to the app by the end of the month, Webull's going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, Apple, or Google. It's completely random, but you win no matter what because you're getting something regardless. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. And I have a video coming out tomorrow If you're in the Precious Metals VIP club, you can actually watch it right now if you want to, along with Saturday's video and Sunday's video. I'm posting all 4 videos today. Today's video, tomorrow's video, Saturday and Sunday's video. You can watch them all right now. But I have a video coming out on YouTube tomorrow talking about the coming recession and going into specific detail on how we are officially halfway in. And there was something that I wanted to bring up, and I didn't even mention it in that video because I talked about some other details, but I wanted to bring it up today, being that absolutely everything is on a massive decline. The precious metals are down. Real estate is probably about to be down. Digital currencies are down. The stock market is down. Everything is down. Inflation is up. Inflation's the only thing that's up right now. We are on the brink of an technical, on paper recession. And I just wanted to bring up the fact that if we do end up going into a recession and we see businesses, companies, corporations begin to lay people off as a way of playing financial defense on their own, not to mention during a recession, less people are spending, and if less people are spending, less revenue is being generated, and less revenue that's being generated, the more financial hardships they're going to be going in, which means they're going to have to lay people off and potentially take on some debt. And debt is not very good right now because debt is becoming more expensive. The last 2 years, we've had like 0% interest rates, so companies have been able to grow, they've been able to expand, they've been able to acquire for free. Nowadays, that's not the case because interest rates are going up. But the point I wanted to make is that with all of this going on, if we do go into a technical on-paper recession, if we do start seeing businesses, companies, and corporations laying people off and hiring less people and needing less help, one thing you can do right now, and I know this isn't the most helpful piece of advice, but arguably the best thing you can do right now is just go into employee of the month mode. Make sure you have the highest workplace productivity. Make sure you are doing absolutely everything in your power to outperform everyone else you are working with. Because in the event of a recession, in the event of these recessionary times where layoffs are pretty much inevitable, you don't want to be the bottom of the barrel. You don't want to be one of the easiest ones to cut. You want to be one of the most difficult employees to cut. You want to be the best possible worker because obviously you want to keep your job. Now, that should be the mindset all year round and at all times. You never want to lose your job ever, even when the economy is fantastic and everything is, sunshine and rainbows. You obviously still want to do numbers. You still want to have the highest possible productivity that you can. You still want to climb up the ladder. You still want to be recognized as an excellent employee, but especially during times like these, make sure you're picking up the slack. Make sure you're figuring out what your weaknesses are and you strengthen them. Make sure you figure out what your strengths are and you maintain them. Now more than ever, you don't want to be the one that gets cut. You don't want to be the one that gets let go. You want to be the last one they're willing to let go of. You want your job, you want your business, you want your boss to rely on you, to need you, especially during these times. Again, I know it might not be the greatest piece of advice. It might not be anything overly profound, but you want to prioritize that, especially during these times, because unfortunately these times don't look like they're getting any better, at least not anytime soon. But now moving away from all of that, I also wanted to point out the fact that, silver and gold are both on the decline right now. Silver is down over 2.5% today so far, again, as I'm filming the video at like 10 a.m. Gold is down over 0.5% today so far, and funny enough, I have another video coming out on Saturday. Again, if you're in the Precious Metals VIP Club, go and watch it right now if you want to. It's about comparing and contrasting silver and gold, talking about the pros and cons of silver, the pros and cons of gold, which one I prefer and why. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you know what my answer is. It's silver. That's my precious metal of choice. That's my priority metal. Most people know that, but that video was spent going into maximum detail as to why, as well as talking about the downside to silver and why I think the upside to silver outweighs the downside to silver. But I wanted to bring this up because gold right now, especially the last couple of days, or during most cases, to be honest with you, but I wanted to point it out right now because if you look at the percentage change for silver, you can see it's down over 2.5%. Meanwhile, gold is only down a little over 0.5%. Obviously, they're both in the red, but that kind of just goes to show what's typical of the precious metals. When times are rough, obviously the precious metals, they stand tall, they stand strong, and I personally believe they do a far better job playing financial defense than most other assets. But silver takes a little bit more of a beating than gold does typically. And we can see with everything crashing right now, with everything getting smacked around and punished and brutalized right now, silver has taken way more punishment than gold. And that's kind of typical. And that's one thing that I like about gold. Even when it goes down, it doesn't go down nearly as hard as silver goes down. And by the way, the opposite is true when the precious metals are going up. Silver typically climbs at a quicker pace than gold does. And I like the precious metals both for different reasons. Again, you're going to have to wait until, I think it's Saturday's video that's coming out, or just watch it now in the Precious Metals VIP Club. But in addition to all of that, I wanted to very quickly go over what I originally wanted to talk about, because today's video was supposed to be about a potential new game plan for stacking, and it's not anything that I was planning on taking all that seriously, and it's definitely not something that I was going to be doing for long term, mainly because of premiums. But for some strange reason, yesterday, when I was editing a video, I was thinking to myself, you know what? You know one thing that I have not picked up in a very, very long time? A handful of generic silver rounds. For the last 1.5 to 2 years, I've pretty much been almost all in on 90% junk constitutional silver. That's pretty much all I've been stacking, almost exclusively. Before that, I spent a couple of years really focused on mainly stacking silver eagles and some maple leafs and a couple of other coins. But it's been a long time since I actually focused on generic silver rounds. And what I used to do when I first got started stacking, back when I would go to the local coin shop, but I would also order silver online, it would be about 50-50. I no longer do that. I try my absolute hardest not to order anything online anymore, because hashtags support your local coin shop, support small businesses, shop locally. T-shirts and hoodies available in the DYDSS store. If you don't want anybody to know what LCS stands for, let them know it stands for locally canned soup, and then just walk away. Let them figure it out. Link in the description. But point being is that I used to go to the local coin shop and I would just pick up some random silver rounds. I knew what I was getting because I'd walk in there and I'd see them and I'd be able to pick them out. But you want to know what I would do online? I would order random designs. I had no idea what I was going to get. It was completely random. It was a mystery. And then, sure enough, a couple days or maybe a week would go by and all of a sudden I'd have a box coming in the mail. I'd open it up and what would I have inside? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 silver rounds, all with different designs. I never knew what I was going to get. It was always a surprise, and that was honestly probably the most fun thing about doing that. Sometimes there would be Santa Claus rounds, sometimes there would be Buffalo rounds, sometimes there would be Sunshine rounds, sometimes there would be random silver rounds with random animals or random pictures or random people or random phrases on them, all different designs. Sometimes I'd get doubles, sometimes I'd get triples, sometimes I'd even get quadruples. There were times where I would order maybe 5 or 6 silver rounds and I opened up the box and all 5 or 6 were the same exact design. Sometimes I'd order 5 or 6 and they would all be different designs. It was always random and it was always fun. And while I was editing a video yesterday, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I should do that again. Just for fun. I should go and pick up just a handful of generic silver rounds, little 1-ounce pieces. Bite the bullet, pay a little bit higher of a premium because right now 90% is just the better deal at my local coin shop. I can get a better bang for my buck on constitutional than I can on generic right now. I should bite the bullet, pay a little bit higher of a premium, just to spice things up. I haven't done it in years at this point. I was really contemplating doing that, and you know what? I might have to. That might be one of the next things that I do when it comes to silver. Of course, I'm not going to do that for very long, and to be honest with you, I don't even know if I'm going to do it more than once, but I'm very tempted to just go and get myself a handful of generic silver rounds and just see what I get. Probably at the local coin shop, although I've noticed as of lately they don't really have many generic rounds at this time. They got the Constitutional though, and prices are way better on Constitutional, which is why that's just what I've been sticking to. But I'm very tempted to go after some random design generic silver rounds and just see what I get. See if I get something different. See if I get something that I've seen before and I've always wanted, or maybe something that I've never even seen before. I think it would be pretty fun. So I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to my random generic silver round idea, for it, you against it? Is that something that you could see yourself doing? And then of course, when it comes to absolutely everything crashing at the moment, did you expect to see silver fall below the $21 an ounce range today? I personally did not. It was the last thing I expected to see this morning, but hey, that's what we saw. We saw gold on the decline as well. We see real estate, I would say probably about to be on the decline. I mean, if houses are back on the market and a lot of them are not being bought, we're going to have absolutely no choice but to lower prices. And of course, the stock market is taking some massive punishment. The digital currencies are taking massive punishment. Everything is getting brutalized right now. What are your thoughts on that? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. A lot of the products are helping us raise some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. You can watch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday's videos right now if you want to. And every Saturday morning I post a brand new vlog. I have a new one coming out this Saturday and it's a really important one. You're definitely going to want to go and watch that. And there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2. They bumped it up to 5 until May 16th, so you have 4 days left to capitalize on this opportunity. You just deposit any amount. You can deposit as little as a penny and it still works. You still get your free stocks. I know, because that's what I did. If you refer one friend to the app by May 16th, it means you have 4 days left once again. They're going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral. It's part of their advertising budget. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. And you can do this 10 times. If you refer 10 friends by May 16th, they're going to give you 100 free random stocks. Don't pass up on an opportunity. And of course, if you refer 2 friends to the app by the end of the month, Webull's going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, a free share of Apple, or a free share of Google. It's completely random. You get what you get and you don't get upset, but you win either way because you're getting something regardless. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. Then just sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to go and get you some silver or maybe some gold if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? What are your thoughts on the everything sell-off or the everything crash? Kind of pretty much the polar opposite of what we saw toward the end of last year, where we saw the everything rally. The opposite is happening right now. Everything is in the red. Everything has been in the red. And we're seeing far more red than green as of these last couple of weeks. Silver's down, gold is down, cryptos are down, stock market's down, real estate is probably about to be down. Everything's down right now. What are your thoughts on that? And of course, when it comes to my generic silver round idea, just biting the bullet, paying a little bit higher of a premium, and going and getting myself a nice handful of generic silver rounds, all different designs. I don't know what I'm going to get. It's a surprise. Maybe I can unbox them for a video? Is that something you're interested in? Is that something that you don't want to see? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.